Hi everyone, this video is just as a reminder of how to determine the different parts of a right triangle, as well as how to determine the hypotenuse of a right triangle, which will help us in further lessons, such as using the Pythagorean theorem, using special right triangles, and trigonometry. So first thing we need to know is how to label this triangle. The first thing I'm going to look at is actually this term right here. It's looking at this side length and this side length. These sides are called the legs of the triangle. All right, so legs of the triangle. How do I know those are the legs? Well, in a right triangle, you have two legs, and those legs are not across from the right angle. The side length that's across from the right angle, right? So here's our right angle. And I've seen this in the past where students have written this little arrow here to show, hey, I need it to be across from the right angle. This one is called the hypotenuse. It is opposite the right angle. And this angle is the 90-degree angle, and it's also called the right angle. I went ahead there a little bit. Sorry about that. So if we were just to quickly look at these diagrams, we're going to label the hypotenuse of these triangles. I am actually not a fan of these triangles because it doesn't show the right angle, that little box symbol. I always tell my students, do not assume that it is a right angle, but in this problem, in these 6 problems here, we're going to assume that this angle here is the 90-degree angle. Another way to kind of, I guess which part is the 90-degree angle is that this right angle is always across from the longest side. The hypotenuse is the longest side of a triangle. So in this problem, if I were to label the hypotenuse with an H, and this is our right angle, that means that our hypotenuse is here. If in this triangle, this is our right angle, then this is our hypotenuse. If this is our right angle, this one is our hypotenuse. This is our right angle. This is our hypotenuse. Take a moment and just, if you're having trouble with this, pause the video, do the next 2, and then play it again, and you'll see the solutions. There's our hypotenuse, right angle, hypotenuse. Okay? And so in the exercise above, how do you know which side of the triangle the hypotenuse was? It is always, here's number 1, always opposite the right angle. It's always opposite the right angle. Number 2 is it has to be the largest side of a triangle. Now that does not mean that the third side, or the longest side, is always a hypotenuse. It has to also be a right triangle, right? So you can't just have any triangle with 3 sides where the third side is the largest and call it the hypotenuse. It must be a right triangle. And the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. I hope this helps.